Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulty, so just hang on. There we go. Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's Sully. One of the biggest things that we find is children really struggling how to hold a pencil. So, as yesterday during the Arts and Crafts project, I talked about how you want to use your quacker fingers or your alligator finger, so quacker beak, alligator beak. But see how this flattens out? We really want that web space, we call it, or your arch of your hand to really open up. So there's been a couple of friends that have really struggled at school, and I've made modifications and changes. And right now is a good time of the year to go get some of these things. One way to make a modification of a pencil, I'm going to show you, is pretty easy to do at home. The other one is pretty easy to do at home also. So we traditionally want the child to take and pinch the pencil or the writing tool between their two fingers. Sorry, this is kind of hard the way I have the camera. So kind of like that. So we want that web space open. We want you to use those pinchers or quackers, and we want you to rest that pencil right there on that finger. Okay, and some kids like to flatten out and hold it like this, or they'll wrap their fingers like this. I've seen some really crazy pencil holds, and that is not working those intrinsic muscles and making them stronger or giving you the control we really, really need for writing later on in life. This will start to fatigue kids, and this is where they get tired, frustrated. So we'll stop the chatter and let me show you what you can do. So a really easy one is you can take newspaper, paper towels, and all you do is you fold it. So you just fold it back and forth. And then you kind of take your pencil and you just wind it around first couple of times, and then I twist it. See how I twist it? I'm kind of twisting it and making it so that it's a little bit fatter, and then I do a wrap around again, just like so. And then I take my tape. You can use masking tape, you can use painter's tape, you can use duct tape. Scotch tape really doesn't hold, but if that's all you have, that's a great thing too. So you're gonna take that tape and you're gonna do your first wrap down low. So you wanna get it right on that pencil shaft. And then you're gonna wrap up around, kind of like a snake. And then you're gonna wrap it around the top. And then you're gonna come back down to the pencil tip area and you're gonna wrap the opposite way. So you're kind of making a figure 8 position. So again, I'm gonna start low on the opposite side. I'm gonna wrap and tuck it in. So you wanna tuck it in. And then I'm gonna come up and wrap around the opposite way. Oop, I just broke it. See that? No big deal, as I tell the kids, no big deal. And I'm gonna wrap it back down. And you're gonna do that multiple times, but I'm not gonna waste your time to show you. So I do probably like 3 or 4 wraps. And then, as you see, we talked about opening up that web space. There's that open web space, and it fills in where the children really have a hard time keeping open. And then this part kind of wraps. And then they can wrap their little fingers around, and then they're closing those fingers like we want them to, and they're starting to isolate, as you can see, the wrist and those finger muscles we want them to utilize. Here's number 2. Well, we're in the end of March, beginning of April. There's a lot of these at the dollar store. And there's different sizes you can use. You can use the really small size or the medium size. So preschoolers might need the bigger egg to help them really, because it helps fill, and they kind of wrap their fingers around it more so than the smaller egg. The smaller egg with kids who are really starting to get their fingers are correctly on the pencil but are still struggling to maintain and hold it for a long time. I'm talking 8 minutes. We can use the smaller one. So this is all you need: a screwdriver and a hammer. And this is going to make a little bit of a loud noise because I'm in my husband's workshop and I'm at the work table. So I'm going to move the camera down so that you'll be able to see. So I'm going to lay the egg down, and all I'm going to do is take the screwdriver, and I'm using the Star screwdrivers, the Phillips head. And if you look at the egg, there's in between the two holes, there's a little nubby. I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to tap gently on the top. You may break a few, but even if we have success of one, is better than none. So I'm going to gently tap and pop a hole in. And a screwdriver is very, very close to the size of a pencil. Now I'm going to do the other side. I'm finding that little dimple between the two holes. And again, I'm just going to gently tap and make that hole. Now, the really cool thing is I just pop it together like so. I take my pencil and I wiggle my pencil down. Oh, I just broke it. Down through. Now, no big deal. I did break it. So I don't want to waste it. So all I'm going to do is tape it. And I don't want to waste your time. Like I said, you may break a few, and that's no big deal. Just going to tape around the egg. Cheaper eggs do break a little bit more than, so like the dollar store egg might break compared to the egg that you get at Target or Walmart. Their plastic's a little bit better. So here you go. So I put the pencil through. As you can see, it fits through. And then all you do is the kiddo holds onto the pencil like so. So it's opening that web space and really working those, we call them the intrinsic muscles, the tiny, smaller muscles in your fingers. So the arm's on the table and they're pinching their writing tool like so, and they're going to isolate those wrist and finger movements. And we don't mind this kind of thing, but we really want to try to get away from the kid using the whole arm. So their arm isn't even stabilized at all. We're trying to get rid of that. They're using that large muscle group, which makes their letters larger, bigger than the typical writing letter that we're looking for. So this will help. So you support their arm down on the table and it kind of isolates and helps them. And it takes away from some of them having to wrap their hand like so. So that's 2 easy ways to make a pencil gripper at home in the time of need right now. So I hope this was helpful, and have fun. Enjoy. Make them a part of it. Make them do it. It really will help that bilateral incorporation, getting both sides of the brain and working right here at midline. And we'll be talking more about midline and trying to cross over that midline in another activity. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.